A government once funded a research program for one purpose: cross a human being with a chimpanzee. 3 real institutions carried out the work, and the paper trail survived the fall of the Soviet Union. The scientist behind it, Ilya Ivanov, was already one of the most respected reproductive biologists alive when he proposed it. Ivanov earned his reputation through horses years before he proposed anything involving a chimpanzee. In 1901, he developed an artificial insemination method, letting one stallion father foals in up to 500 mares a season, versus 20 to 30 naturally. By 1913, breeders had used it on close to 7,000 horses across the Russian Empire. That success brought him a post at Askania Nova, and later the directorship of Moscow's Central Institute of Animal Breeding. In 1910, Ivanov brought a new proposal to an international zoology congress in Graz, Austria. He argued that crossing a human with an ape would settle how closely the two species were related. The Congress debated it and moved on. Without an institution behind it, the idea sat unused for 7 years. The 1917 revolution changed what that proposal was worth. In 1924, Ivanov pitched it to the new Soviet government as proof of Darwin's theory, a blow against religion, the regime's only real rival, and a sign of a stronger labor and military class ahead. In 1925, the Soviet Finance Committee funded it with the Academy of Sciences approval. Funding rested partly on genetics. Ivanov told the government humans and chimpanzees shared over 95% of their genes and the same chromosome count. Nobody could disprove that in 1924. The actual human chromosome count, 46, was not confirmed until a 1956 study. The assumed number, until then, was 48. Ivanov's case rested on a claim science had not yet settled. The animal trials ran at the Kindia research station in French Guinea, West Africa, not French Guiana in South America. Ivanov tried inseminating female chimpanzees with human sperm, then attempted a human ovary transplant into one, fertilizing it there. Both attempts failed. No pregnancy resulted and no human being had been put at risk. By the standards of the time, this phase crossed no ethical line yet. The next phase did. Ivanov tried inseminating African women with ape sperm, describing it as a routine health exam rather than what it was. The French colonial government refused outright. Soviet backing carried weight inside the USSR. Abroad, it carried none, so Ivanov turned to Soviet volunteers. 5 women came forward, drawn in by an appeal to great scientific progress. What they understood or wanted was never recorded. They were recruited from among prisoners. The human trials were meant to happen at the Sukhumi monkey nursery, a primate research station founded in 1927 on the Black Sea coast in Abkhazia. They never did. The program collapsed before Sukhumi could open its doors to it. It came apart on 4 fronts at once. The apes shipped in for the trial died before adjusting to captivity. A replacement did not arrive until roughly a year later, long after the trial's window had closed. What backing the project still had simply disappeared and why went unrecorded. In 1927, a Paris newspaper exposed the plan publicly. In 1930, Ivanov was swept up in a wave of arrests targeting Soviet scientists. He was sentenced to 5 years and exiled to Kazakhstan. He continued working at a veterinary institute throughout his exile. In 1932, he died of a stroke in a country where he had neither been born nor chosen to live. Ivanov's file stayed closed for almost 60 years. When Soviet archives opened in the 1990s, his project resurfaced, and newspapers gave him a new name: Red Frankenstein. The documented case was disturbing enough on its own terms. 2 further claims attached themselves to it anyway. One claim says Stalin ordered this research to breed a stronger soldier and worker. No signed memo has surfaced. A single unsourced newspaper article from 2005 started the claim, repeated by a television series. One investigation calls it an invention. A second claim describes a 1967 Chinese experiment producing a chimpanzee pregnancy from human sperm, disclosed by a hospital director in 1981, cut short when the Cultural Revolution reassigned its scientists, and the pregnant chimpanzee died of neglect. It rests on one uncorroborated account. Neither carries the paper trail Ivanov's case does. Treat both as legend, not history. Ivanov's program did not end because someone decided it was wrong. It ended because apes died in transit, backing simply disappeared, a newspaper printed the story, and a purge caught up with its author before Sukhumi ever opened its doors. Nothing supernatural was required to nearly make this happen. A state willing to fund it was enough.